Chapter 15. Ares' soldiers advanced, their looming shadows tall as trees. Bandon's knights, their ranks broken, yelled in panicked confusion. I saw the gleam of gory swords, horses with their bellies slit open, and men writhing on the ground in agony. My eyes flew open and relief flooded me. I was in my own bed, not on a battlefield, but the sheets were drenched and my body was racked with pain. A fever dream, I thought, struggling to sit up, not the truth. Or at least, not the truth, yet. The first pale rays of sun slanted through the room, so I had lasted the night, I thought. Sacravarel be damned, but I was so sick that I could barely move. My skin felt searingly hot. Weakly I called for Jeanette, for Otto, yet it was Abra who burst into the room first. His shield was streaked with blood, and he didn't bow or wait for permission to speak. Ares' army is less than a mile away, he said, and they cannot be stopped. They fight like men possessed. We will make our stand here at Bandon Castle. My throat clenched. I could barely whisper my assent. Do what you will, I said. Whatever you do, remember. I stopped as red-hot pain exploded in my head. Our lives are in your hands. Otto came in from the hall and hurried to my side. Your knights will protect you, he assured me, and I will not leave you. Faithful Otto. I knew he would guard me from Ares' soldiers, if only he could save me from the Seep. Abra wordlessly turned to go. He had never much cared for me. I knew that. But this might be the last time I'd ever see him. Abra, I said. Thank you. May my father's strength be yours. His brooding gaze wavered. I was sure I saw a glimmer of sympathy in his eyes. Then he took his leave. The room fell silent except for the sound of Otto's restless pacing and that of my own labored breathing. The battle for our kingdom was soon to be fought, and there was hope for us. I was sure of it, but not so much for myself. It was happening just as the villager had said, the burning, the pain, but my mind still struggled to comprehend the horror of it. The kingdom needed me, and I was abandoning it. I didn't want to go. Jeanette brought a cool cloth and wiped my forehead and cheeks. Did you do this for my mother too? I whispered, when she was dying. She looked away, not answering. Of course she had. My fingers clenched the sheets and my heart twisted in fear. I don't want to die, I silently screamed. I've hardly lived. Then I took a deep breath, trying to find a place of stillness. Hadn't I been trained to behave with grace and composure, no matter the circumstances? Yes, but I'd never been very good at it. Sacravarel, whose face was like a death's mask, kept trying to bring in his apprentice healers, but I sent them all away. A fire had begun to burn inside me, and my skin was slick with sweat. Sometimes I could lie still, but more often I shuddered and thrashed again, seized by shivering, though I felt as hot as the sun. Was this what my mother had felt on the day of my birth? Knowing she would die before her daughter learned to walk. Now I would die before I saw my kingdom destroyed. Was I fortunate not to witness our downfall? Jeanette sat by my side and held my hand. It was she who noticed the first blister, like a tiny pearl on the tip of my finger. I wept to see it. Death has stalked our family one by one, I told her. First my mother, then my father, and soon me. Hush, child, everything will be fine, Jeanette said. I was queen for but a day, and my life would be even shorter than my mother's. If I could have one last wish, it would be to see her. Please, mother, I'm frightened. Please come hold my hand as I die.